What are you, a racist? No, there is no big secret plan to replace white men in all aspects of American life.
A few moments later.
Yesterday, Compact Magazine published a piece of journalism that I believe history will record as the last obituary for the American meritocracy. It's titled The Lost Generation by Jacob Savage. It confirms with cold, hard, irrefutable data that from 2014 to 2024, the American elite conducted a silent, systemic, and illegal purge of white men from the professional class. And this wasn't an accident. It wasn't market forces. It was a coordinated deletion. But the Compact article is just the tip of the iceberg here, because I dug into these numbers last night, and what I found actually scared the shit out of me. So we're going to go sector by sector from the boardroom to the operating room, and I'm going to show you some of the receipts here. So let's start with the money. In 2021, corporate America panicked. The riots happened. Remember this, the HR departments got scared, and Black Lives Matter, they got a decision, mostly peaceful. Bloomberg Law analyzed the hiring data for the S&P 100, which is the biggest, most powerful companies in America. In the year after the 2020 protests, these companies added over 300,000 new jobs. Guess how many of those jobs went to white applicants? 6%. 94% of all new corporate jobs in the S&P 100 went to people of color. In a country that is still majority white, it is statistically impossible to achieve that number without massive, widespread, and illegal discrimination.
You realize that nothing's going to change until the people who want change are more concerned about achieving change than they are the names they'll be called for wanting change.
You're watching the Kramer Says Project.
What are you, a racist? No, there is.
What are you, a racist? Nope. We just speak truth here. There's no filters and there are no fear. That's the title. That's on my thumbnail every day. Welcome to the JJ Carrell Show. No filter, no fear. White men have been discriminated against. White men have been the object of racism, oppression, vitriol. We have been called vile names. We have been minimized. We have been called fascist, white supremacist. And you know what we all want? All the white men? We want you to shut your mouth. And the only two words that we want to have come out of your vile pie holes is simply, thank you. Thank you for creating a nation where you have the ability to run your freaking mouth. Thank you for allowing me to have a place where there's law and order. There is a pattern to everything, that my property rights are protected, where you created a nation out of nothing. You took the prairies and the plains and the coast and you created a world. Thank you for creating a world where I can come as an immigrant into your country and be anything I want. But instead, what do we get? White men are bad. White people are bad, but specifically white men. So much so that we're going to block you from going into the world of employment. What if we reverse that? What if the S&P 100 and 500 and all of corporate America banned blacks, banned Asians, Hispanics? I would be sitting here right now playing a video from Mr. Kramer there, talking about how there is systemic racism against blacks, against Hispanics, against Asians. And I would say, that's wrong. The best, most intelligent, the most proficient people need to get those jobs. If we played the left's game, then let's go into the NBA, which I haven't watched a game in probably forever. And why would I want to watch the NBA? I don't. But if I did, where are all the Hispanics? Where are the Asians? And to that extent, where are the whites? Well, the best players are the very, very tall, athletic blacks. Okay. I don't really care about the best because I'm a leftist. I want equality. So I want a bunch of fat white men about 5'9", and then I want some Hispanic guys. They can run and jump pretty good because I've seen them on the border be able to jump fences and run fast. Put them in there, and then let's just sprinkle them with a few Asians in there. Not a lot because they're unathletic. Go ahead and just put them in there. Oh, let's get some Jews in there too while we have it because they're known for athleticism as well. You see the absurdity to that? Does anybody want to pay $150 for a ticket and nosebleed, maybe a $1,500 for courtside to see a bunch of fat white guys and Asians and a few Hispanics running around? Maybe some Jews with some curls on their hairs running around? Who's going to pay for that? What is it, 60% black in NFL? Well, let's go ahead and remove that. There's only 13% blacks in our nation. Then what the hell are we doing with 60% blacks on the field? I don't care that those blacks that are playing NFL football have worked their ass off to get their body into just optimum shape to be able to run, jump, take hits. I don't care. I don't care. We need more whites in there. We need more Hispanics. Sprinkle some Jews in there too. Some Asians. We got to get some of those functionally retarded, mentally retarded Somalians in there. Let's throw them in there. Who's going to pay money? You think CBS, NBC, Fox, ESPN, Prime, you think they're going to pay billions of dollars a year? Because no one's going to be watching that crap. You see how absurd this is? So now I have to, now I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to show you how whites have been discriminated against, and we want to get equity into the profession of medicine. Surgeons. You have a brain tumor? You have cancer? Do you want a DEI hire to be cutting into your skull? Or do you want the most proficient, intelligent, calm surgeon that you can find? And if that surgeon is Ben Carson and he's black, who gives a crap? JJ, you have a brain tumor. You get to choose your surgeon. I'll take the black man in the glasses over there. His name is Ben Carson. Are you sure you don't want these white guys? No. Please, I choose Ben Carson. He is my #1 draft pick. What if I have cancer and the main surgeon, the best surgeon, the best cancer, he's been eradicating cancer, is a white guy? No. I would like the Hispanic lady. Yeah, but her test scores were in the 70s. She barely passed. And all of her patients die. Nope. Give me equity. Give me inclusion. Give me the biggest dose of diversity you can get your effing hands on. I don't care if I die. Do you think that's how the world works? They do. They've dumbed down the medical exams to get in, all of the tests, because we need equity and inclusion. We need as much diversity as possible. And what we need more than anything, is we need to discriminate against white men as much as we possibly can. I don't care about all those highly intelligent white men that can create things, invent things, make our lives so much better, are the best doctors, the best attorneys, the best police, the best fire. No. I want to exclude those white people, those white men, and I want to bring in as much color as possible. I don't care if they're unqualified. I don't care if they're functionally retarded. We need them. I challenge my audience and anyone that watches this as it gets clipped and shared across social media. I challenge you to go into any sector of the economy, any sector of medicine, in law, of economics, in sports, in arts, in anything, and show me where diversity, equity, inclusion has made that better. Go ahead. I challenge you. You're not going to find it. Look at our world that we live in. Look at the world that we're living. You're telling me America is better today than it was 50 years ago when our demographics were very solid, where we didn't discriminate against white men? You're honestly going to tell me that? You're honestly going to tell me where you have been in public education, you have gone to the DMV, you have gone everywhere, and you know it's not the same. It's not the same. And as a white man, I'm going to tell you without hesitation, I'm not going to apologize for who the fuck I am. I'm a white man. I am strong. I am intelligent. And I am proud of who I am. And if you think I'm going to apologize for the greatness of America that was created through the settlers, not the immigrants, the settlers from Europe, the white Christian settlers, you're absolutely out of your mind. That's not racist. That's just factually true. You pick a nation that's successful, that's run by blacks or Hispanics or Asians or Jews, and they want to beat their chest and say, look at my nation. Look at what we have created. And it's factually true. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to say, oh, you're racist. No, I'm going to say, well, you should be proud of where you are. You think the Japanese aren't proud of their country and what they've been able to create? So I'm not looking at the Japanese and going, you racist bastards. I'm saying, well, yeah, you created a lot. You should be absolutely very proud of what you created. Your country is extremely organized, extremely clean. You have very defined cultural norms, societal expectations. Well, why do I have to bend? Why do I have to allow my country to be demographically slaughtered? Why do I have to have white men be absolutely decimated? I have a white son. You think in God's name I'm going to sit here and be quiet so you can live in this fantasy land of equity, inclusion, and diversity, and my son has to go into that world because his father remains silent? No. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. My son's going to have the same opportunity as your son that's black and Hispanic and Asian and Jewish. My son's going to have that same one. And if your son beats my son out on a level playing field, that's the way it goes. And I'll tell my son that. Son, that's the way it goes, buddy. You need to try harder, whatever that is, physically, emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, whatever. You need to figure out how to win in this game. But if my son goes on the unleveled playing field, which it is now, and gets to the bottom of the barrel, let's take a huge corporate company, Costco. Love Costco. Credible idea, but they're run by Marxist thugs now. They're full DEI. So if I or my son goes to apply for a job, let's say my son in 4 years is going to be 18. He's going to go for a job. He'll be in college or whatever, and he just needs money. He wants to work. He goes to Costco. He's going to be in the bottom. He's going to be on the bottom because he's white. That's not America. That's absurdity. And we're living in it. We're living in insane times. Vile people have destroyed our country. And I'm going to lay it at the feet of white Americans. Why? Because white Americans were in charge. And we allowed ourselves to be murdered. I will even argue we have committed suicide. I'm not going to blame. You know what? I'm going to take that all back. I'm not going to blame the all the ethnic groups that smelled weakness like sharks in water, smelled the blood. No. The white people that created this nation committed suicide. And we're watching it right now. And there's a gigantic war going on in America right now. And the Karens, the white Karens, and the impotent beta white males have destroyed our nation. I have this. Let me pull this up because this is right up the alley of what we're talking about today. Just give me 1 second while I find it. You don't think this has a profound impact? The de-whiting of America? And you say, well, you know, I think, JG, you're maybe a little over, it may be a little, a lot of hyperbole and it's dramatic. Really? Really? Let me show you, let me recite some data for you, okay? This is white population decline from the 1950s to 2025, 75 years in metropolitan areas. I'm going to read you this. This is going to be shocking. I saw this today. I knew it was bad, but I had no idea. Honestly, I had no idea. New York City, 1950. White population, 90%. 2025, 30. Dallas, Texas, 1950. White population, 83%. 2025, 27%. Miami, Florida, 1950, 92% white. 2025, hold on to something tight, 12%. Los Angeles, 1950, 34%, 93%, 90 LA. Listen to what I just said. Los Angeles, California. I won't go down there. Me and my wife and my son travel back and have vacation back in San Diego, see family. We're not going to LA. We are not going to LA. 93% in 1950. 2025, 24% white. New York, Miami, Chicago, 86%. Now they're 31%. Dallas and New York City. That's, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities. Are you going to argue with me that those cities are better off today? You're going to have that argument with me? You're going to sit there and you're going to have that discussion? You're going to have that argument with me that white men have not been demonized in America? And as a white man, I'm going to tell you to go fuck off. Just like in the 1950s, I was a black man, and you're sitting there trying to blame me, I'm going to tell you to go fuck off. So I'm going to tell you to go fuck off right now as a white American. I'm not going to sit by and allow you to demonize me. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Never going to do it. There is a big secret plan, isn't there, Mr. Kramer? And you're right. Boy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm going to stop. I'm going to show you this video right here in a second. And it's going to, it's this woman. And I want you to understand that this is happening at an amazing clip. And it's white women. A lot of it is white women. Not all of it. But I want to show you the demonization of the white man at the hands of our politicians and citizens. This is what I'm talking about. Watch this.
We can trot out all of the data that we want to create the sense that there is a bad guy. There is a bad group of people. There are folks who are not among us. There are folks who are other. And I think we should spend a lot more time looking at ourselves, looking at American citizens, looking at white men. We can trot out all of.
Let's look at white men. Look at this. Look at this pig. Honestly, come on. Can we just look at this pig for a second? I can't take her anymore. just a white pig, trying to articulate that the problem is, she's a state rep, a Democrat state rep, Emily Randall, talking about that this was her talk on ignoring Somali fraudsters. The real problem isn't the 25 billion that's gone missing. They think that is the tip of the iceberg in Minnesota. No, it's white men. It's not the functionally retarded balloon-headed people from Somalia, the ones that have 60 to 68 IQ points. No. It's not them. The real problem is the white men. The white men aren't stealing all the money, sweetheart. But it's not just this fat, bloated chick. Let me show you the next one. God, I have honestly, I swear to you, it never ends for me. Like, I have so much of this crap to share, but I have to. Listen to this white woman in Minneapolis talking about how I'm going to put it up there and just prep it. She can't say prayers for Renee Good, the crazy white woman that got shot in Minneapolis, deservedly, as she tried to run over an ICE agent and kill her. Listen to this woman. This is the mental gymnastics, the mental insanity, the mental illness in our country, that we're going to demonize white people. Listen to her. She won't even pray for Miss Good, her own kind. Why? Well, let's listen to her and see what she has, her explanation.
So, I mean, I'm just walking around kind of just dazed-eyed because I was like, I don't know if it's the right thing to do. It feels kind of wrong being here in some way. I don't know why.
Why do you think, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, like, where that stems from. Like, part of it is being like a white woman, that I'm privileged and I have a lot of privilege. So I feel like white tears are not always something that's helpful or necessary when Black and brown people have been experiencing this for a long time. This isn't new for them. And so I don't know if that makes any sense in that way.
No, sweetheart. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. She can't cry. This another vile white woman. I mean, I've done a show on this on white Karens, and I'll do it more later. But she's physically grotesque too. Like, she's ugly. She's a physically ugly woman. And she sits there and can't say any prayers. Not that I really want to say, and I did say a prayer for Miss Good. I don't want her to rot in hell. She's a dumb Karen, but I don't want her to rot in hell. I don't want anybody to rot in hell. So at least I can say, but this dumb bitch can't say a good word because Miss Good is white. She's white. We can't say anything at all because she's white. These people are grotesque. They're grotesque. I'm going to show you. I have to keep showing you this, because if I don't, they're so horrible. I'm going to show you. Who am I going to show you? Oh, I'm going to show you this lady. So I'm going to pull her up and just kind of get it set up. This lady is U.S. Senator Tina Smith, talking about ICE. I can't stand these people. I swear to you, I can't stand them.
Administration is so fixated on this.
Well, I wish I knew. I mean, I wish they would just leave us the fuck alone. I mean, seriously. What is when do things stop being about politics and start being about actual human decency? And so, I mean, I'm sure we can all hypothesize on what all of their political reasons are. But meanwhile, a woman died being shot in her car. And everything that they're doing is making it worse and not better. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, you stupid white Karen, U.S. Senator. Look at what we've done. We've replaced white men with white Karens. Sweetheart. And I say that with as much denigration as I can. Sweetheart. Politics. Politics. Yeah, we're talking about politics, sweetheart. We're talking about your state has been devastated by Somalian pirates. And you want to talk about feelings. ICE, get the fuck out. This diversity, this equity and inclusion, it is absolute stage 4 cancer in America. Stage 4. Let me show you. I showed you that Karen, right? She's pathetic. She's absolutely vile. But I'm going to show you what happens when you remove white men and you remove white America and you create diversity by bringing in third worlders. I'm going to show you, and I want you to listen to this man, okay? I'm going to set it up right here. I want you to listen to this man right here. This is Oregon State Senator Casey Jama. Casey Jama. He's a state senator in Oregon. Oregon used to be completely 100% white. But no, see, we don't need to hire white men. We don't need white men in positions of authority and power, even though it was white men that created this greatest nation on planet Earth. Let's put the dumbest, most retarded people from the third world in positions of power and authority. Now, you listen to this man, and you tell me that he has the qualifications to be a sitting senator in Oregon, state representative. Listen to this guy.
Let me say to this federal agencies and ICE.
He's retarded. I swear to God, I'm going to start it over. I want you to listen to him. He's pausing. Look, I do this for a living now. I talk. I can go for an hour and talk off the cuff and just go regurgitate stuff, talk about data, stats, what this guy said, quote this guy. This guy's giving a speech. Why is he hesitating? Because he can't speak English.
Let me say to this federal agencies and ICE.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is
Come
Oregon.
on.
We do not need you. You're not welcome. And you need to get the hell out of our community.
Oh, yeah, let's clap. Okay. We got to do this again, but I need to point out, do you see the dumb, very, very, the nodding white grandma to the right? Let me see if I can blow this up just so you can see it. Yeah, can you see the white woman on the right? The very androgynous. I mean, if we could pull her breast in just by about an inch or two, you would swear that's a dude. Well, that's the governor of Oregon. Nodding. Yeah. Look at who I put up here. Look at me. I'm so smart. I put one of the dumbest Somalian people. This guy, this Somalian. You think he has 2 brain cells? I'm going to play it again. And I want you to see it's about a 4-second, 5-second pause for this retard to be able to pull up an English word to say. And then at the same time, I want you to watch the nodding lesbian that looks like a dude. Look, I just went and got a haircut today. She has the same haircut. What in the hell is that woman having a dude's haircut? Wearing dude clothes? Because she's a dude. A dude that has sitting there nodding about a stupid Somalian telling us about what we need in America. Does this make you want to vomit? We're going to watch it again because I've watched it multiple times. I want you to be as sick as I am.
To this federal agencies and ICE.
Boom, 5 seconds. He just said, I have something to say to you. Let's count down and see how long it takes him to tell us.
This is Oregon.
Oh, almost 6 seconds. You know how long 6 seconds is, especially on air? Like if I stop talking and I have a technical issue or I'm trying to find something, 6 seconds seems like 6 hours. I would like to take that man and replace him with anyone in America. I don't care. White, black, Hispanic. I just want an American that has real skin in the game, not some recent immigrant that's thrown into a position of authority and power, and then my life has been impacted by a retarded Somalian. God, you can't make this crap up. I swear to you, can't. I swear to you, you can't. I have underneath there on my underneath my screen is my website and my Substack. If you can support me, go to the Substack, jgcarrell.substack.com or just jgcarrell.com. Support me, please. Spread the word. Go on YouTube and Rumble and click subscribe. I'm being throttled, beat like you can't even imagine. You can't even fathom. Facebook's a joke. I usually got a couple thousand views on Facebook. I didn't even give Facebook any care. And then now I get one. No, I'm not, this is not making up. One view. Okay, Facebook. Zuckerberg. Go to jgcarrell.com or Substack, jgcarrell.substack.com. And I want to, one of my big sponsors that I love this company. I want you to go to their website, sat123.com, sat123.com. Give it a /JJ so they can track all the sales, because I want to be partnered with them because I believe in their product. I have Chris from Sat123 on every week. We talk about their products because you want to be prepared. They're known for their sat phones. You can get like $1,300, $1,500 sat phone for free with a monthly subscription of $95 a month. Gives you 150 minutes. You're not using your sat phone to call and hang out and talk to your buddies about your fantasy football or call your wife about dinner. No, this is, hey, I'm broken down on the side of the road. I need help. Hey, I had an accident. I can't get a hold of anybody. Hey, the cell towers are down. I need someone to pick up my son from school, blah, blah, blah. Sat123.com. That's where you get prepared. What I do, and this is my biggest pitch. I love their sat phones. I have their sat phones. I have their their generators that have solar panels. I also have their Starlink, to where if I go out of town, I never go hunting, but I go back to South Dakota, or I'm going back into parts of California that has no cell coverage. I have it. Cell coverage, internet, etc. But one thing that I will promote all the time when I talk about Sat123 is a ballistic backpack. Why? Because I send my son to school every day with a ballistic backpack from at Sat123, because my son's going to have a fighting chance. If you have a college student, high school, elementary, hell, if you just like to travel and you do things and you carry a backpack, this is the backpack you need. Has a ballistic shield. You have a fighting chance. That's how sick our world is. When I drop my son off at school, I watch him walk as they open the door for him in his private Catholic school. Just not a high level, wealthy, cliquey school. No, just a great Catholic elementary school. I see him walk in. I'm like, damn, I love that kid, man. I love that kid with all my heart and soul. And I'm like, yeah, got a ballistic backpack. And then as I drive off, I think, damn, my son has a ballistic backpack, because this world is so vile. Sat123.com /JG. Be prepared. Be prepared. I'm going to stay on this. I'm going to stay on this topic all day, because I'm going to show you individuals that are so disgusting in positions of extreme power and authority. I would say I'm going to say they have more power than politicians. And these are chiefs of police. Chief of police, they set the tone. You either have a great one that has law and order, or you have a bunch of morons that have no law and order. Now I'm going to show you. God, I can't even believe I'm going to show you this lady. Okay, I'm going to pull her up. Her name, of course, Rochelle. This is Rochelle. I want everyone to meet Rochelle. Rochelle, I'm going to say her name. I'm going to spell it because I don't. Balil, B-A-L-I-L. If you do not think this woman is from Philadelphia County Sheriff, I was in law enforcement. I was in senior leadership, up to the top. Dear God, I had some horrific leaders and I had some excellent leaders. I would put my horrific leaders above this dummy any day of the week. She's grotesquely unqualified. She is as ghetto trash as you can find. Go to anywhere in Philadelphia, go to the gutter and pull out ghetto gutter trash and put a uniform on it. Here you go. An overweight black woman. Let me tell you something. There ain't no one on that police force or that sheriff's that is listening to this woman. I'm going to let you listen to her. And I want you to listen to her cadence. I want you to listen to her phrase selection, her word selection. And you tell me if this is a professional that was hired because she's qualified, or was she hired because she's a woman and because she's black?
Good afternoon. I'm Rochelle Balil, the sheriff for the city and county of Philadelphia. And I say her name, Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. This should not have happened, but we're here today. Let know that law enforcement professionals, real ones, not the fake made up ICE, probably Trump's new army to attack citizens of the United States. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, tell it to me.
No law enforcement professional wears a mask. None. None. Those that come into our communities wearing a mask to commit crime, thank God for our district attorney, Larry Krasner, who say he's going to lock them up. And I'm saying now, we are not going to.
She just said, he say. What he say? What he say? Rochelle? I don't know. Let's hear what he say, Rochelle.
Whisk you away for them to hide your identity, because when you do it there, you get arrested there. No whisk away for them to hide you. None of that here. None of that here. Law enforcement professionals do not shoot at moving vehicles. I'm not saying fleeing, because she wasn't fleeing. She was getting out of the way. Law enforcement professionals do.
Okay. Number one, that is not true. And I don't expect this buffoon to know anything. Look at her. Look, just come on. Come on. Look at this grandma. She's a grandma. She should be making some kind of delicious dinner with a bunch of herbs and spices and that's some damn good food. No. She's in charge of men that have guns and badges with her gap teeth. Let's continue on, shall we?
Do not stand in front of moving vehicles invoking an action that is illegal. No, we don't. And so we.
Okay. I need to bring it back. I want you to see the black man behind her. He's even had enough. And I don't think he's highly intelligent by the look at him. But let's go back just a second and watch him like rub his face like, dear God, I can't believe she's in charge. Oh, look, we can see her gap teeth really well there too.
Action that is illegal. No, we don't. And so we stand here today with all those who stand against the made up fake, what you can call ICE, professional law enforcement. I don't call them none of that. I call them made up fake wannabe law enforcement.
You know, one thing I was going to say, I can't stand double negatives. I don't know if it's just in the black community, but dear God, can you stop with the double negatives? I mean, this woman, I mean, honestly, can we just be honest with each other? America, can we just be honest with each other just for a minute? Just for a minute. She's not qualified. She should never be in a position of authority and power. I wouldn't put her in charge of lemonade stand. I wouldn't let her be a crosswalk guard, more or less the head sheriff.
Because what they do is against not only.
Dear God, I don't even know if I can get through this. What they do. What they do. Okay, Rochelle, can you tell me what they do, Rochelle? Rochelle, I'm going to ask you one more time. I'm going to ask you a question. What they do, Rochelle?
Legal law, but the moral law. So I'm with the DA, and we.
I wit the DA. He just says this isn't about criminal law. This is about moral law. Okay. Rochelle with the gap teeth and the very, very strong ebonics is going to now rule my morality. You know how immoral it is that some stupid ass white people that are in charge put this woman in her position of authority and power? Abomination. Let's continue as she tells us that she's going to double negative and spoke to wit, W-I-T. I don't know what that means, wit. Let's hear some more ebonics, shall we?
We will work with them. If any of them want to come in this city and commit a crime, you will not be able to hide. Nobody will wish you off.
Oh, hold on. Did I just see a white man yawn? Let me see this.
Be able to hide. Nobody will wish you off. You don't want this smoke. Because we will.
Oh. Nobody, you want this smoke? What the hell is she talking about? Is that some kind of slang in Philadelphia, in the crack dens, in the whorehouses, in the gambling dens? You want this smoke? What is she talking about?
We'll bring it to you. And the fake, whatever they call them, because I can't put.
Oh God, I just can't. I can't anymore. There's 30 more seconds. I can't. I just can't. And I won't. Rochelle. You know, because Rochelle she's gonna double negative me and tell me, now look at here. I'm not going to be ruled by these people. I'm not going to be ruled by these people. I'm going to show you another DEI hire that was unbelievable. And this woman, oh boy, let me pull her up. You're going to tell me there's no one else more qualified than this individual? Well, see, she's the chief of police in DC, was kicked out because she was lying about the crime. She was lying about the crime. But this woman, they could put 1,000 stars on this woman, and she's still a buffoon. Are you telling me there's no one else more qualified? There's not a white man in the police force. Hell, is there a black man in the police force? Is there a Hispanic man? Is there anybody that has an IQ over 70 that could replace this woman?
Think it, but it's okay. So I'm going to the Bible when I say this to my haters. God. F you.
Okay. Ma'am, I've read the Bible several times, been to church for 50-something years. I have never heard, what chapter was that in? Was that in the Old Testament or the New Testament? Where, was it Abraham or was it Jesus that said F you? I don't know. I'll have to ask her later, but let's continue with her.
No, it's not a drop the mic moment. Watch me in this space. I forgive you.
Oh, okay.
I forgive you. Because the Bible makes it very clearly. When Jesus was hanging on the cross, when he said to us, Father,
Holy Mother of God. All I could, I'm going to be honest with you. All I can think about, and I've had these type of people that I had to answer to. Oh, yes, I did. And it's as theatrical, it is as absurd, and you're sitting there. And everyone in the room knows that that person's not qualified, and that person's there solely because of the color of their skin or what's between their legs. That's it. There is they didn't get there because they're competent. They didn't get there because they were successful. They got there because they were Black, Hispanic, Asian, female, lesbian. Swear, I lived this. This is why I'm passionate about it. I've lived it. I lived where that person was a strong white man or a strong Hispanic man in the United States Border Patrol that was excellent at their job. And I would listen. I would absolutely be at attention in meetings. Like, this guy knows what the hell he's talking about. I know what he's done. He has my absolute respect. And I've also been in there when I've been dealing with lesbian women that have done nothing. I've been in there with Black people that have been rose up. Go look at the Border Patrol and go look up the Potter decision. Only Black people could apply for positions in management under the Potter decision. You can tell me that's not racist? And I had multiple Potter decision people above me, and I would go listen to their ebonics and shudder and be absolutely scarred, like this is everything that I'm against. But let's continue with this lady as she likes to talk as she's at a pulpit.
but even in the pit of agony and defeat, he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. God bless you and God keep you. It has been my pleasure to serve the District of Columbia for 2.5 years. Thinking, but it's okay.
God bless it. I mean, you can't. You before everybody that goes on here and says, well, you just hate Black people. You just want to say that this person is can't be in a position of authority because they're Black. Well, let me introduce you to Grandma. This is Grandma. She is the chief of police of New Orleans. I grew up in New Orleans. Those 500 to 1,000 police officers aren't listening to a damn thing that Grandma's saying. Nope. Nothing. You want to talk about a grotesque, vile DEI hire? They went in there and said, I really don't know what her sexuality is. She's kind of fluid, maybe. She's 900 years old, so we can check that box. She's a dumb white broad. That's definitely what we need as a chief of police, is a dumb, I need her to be, look, our last DI hire was fat and obese. Let's get someone that looks like a skeleton, weighs about 63 pounds, and let's put her in charge of alpha men. That would be great. Let's do it. Let's listen to what Grandma has to say.
Confirmation from the judge that we are formally out of the consent decree.
Oh, God. Okay. I'm sorry. I'll let it.
But along the way, I have preferred to use the term that we've graduated. We have taken back our own ownership of our agency. To be in the country undocumented is civil issue. We will not enforce civil law. And so our support.
Okay. I can't take Grandma anymore. She's so stupid. Whenever anybody tells you it's only a civil action when somebody breaks a federal code, which is 8 USC 1325, is coming into the country illegally. And then when you come back after deportation and you committed crimes, it becomes a 1326, 8 USC 1326. But I don't expect some old broad that should be making brownies and cookies on the Sundays for her grandchildren after church. And she's now in charge of a major metropolitan crime city like New Orleans. You can't make this crap up. I have a company that I love, and I'm going to have the owners, Kurt and Kristen, on in I think 2 days on Wednesday. And they own a company called Pet Club 24/7. It is a nutrition. They've taken, the best way I can say is they've taken a natural mushroom in Japan, taken all the nutrients out of it, put it into a capsule form, a lotion form, a dog treat form, and it helps humans and pets in their digestive system. I take it. I use it. My dog Cinnamon gets her treats from Pet Club 24/7 because I'm not going to give my dog plastic treats anymore with plastic coatings. I've had COVID. I've had remdesivir pumping through my body. I fight long COVID at least once or twice a year. I need something, anything that will help my digestive system, help my gut, and help my immune system. And that's where Pet Club 24/7 comes in. So go to truthwithjj247.com, truthwithjj247.com. Fast show. I'm at 52 minutes. I don't have much left. I had grandma in the back on the side here. I just can't look at grandma anymore. So I want to go to something that is, I have something that I have to keep going on and follow this on. And it's the white Karens. The white Karens. It's like you can't get enough of the white Karens. But I'm going to show you this because they are the bane. They're incredible, actually. They drive me to the brink of insanity. And I'm going to show you one that is, buckle up. Let's watch her. Look at this face. Oh, you can almost smell her.
Get the fuck out of Minnesota, ICE. Do you hear me? Get the fuck out of Minnesota. This is actually, so disturbing. Shooting a white gal in the head. And they're lying about it. She was not trying to run them over. So ICE, get the fuck, and I mean get the fuck out of Minnesota now. Trump, you can go bye-bye too now. I've had it. I do not want to live in this country like this. Enough is enough. ICE, get the fuck out now.
Uh-huh. Look, I can just go to one crazy Karen after another, after another, after another, and I'm going to do that because I'm going to show you these people because this is what's driving our nation. This is the insanity that we're living on. These are the people that are destroying our nation. The white Karens, the DEI hires, all of the white hate, all of the I hate white men. These are the people that are killing our nation. Here's another white Karen for you.
I have so much to say. I'm sorry for the spam today, but I am crashing out. Our vice president just got on live TV and said the ICE agent, and I quote, has absolute immunity. Those are his exact words. He said, absolute immunity. They have done no investigation whatsoever, and they called it within less than an hour, saying that they basically, that the guy was in the right.
I can't deal with her anymore. This is, even though they're absolute sick Karens, you have to, I can't watch it all the time. I mean, I watch it and then I say, okay, my audience, I can sit through this. My audience can sit through this. No, they can't. No, they can't. Well, here's one more for you. Oh, and look at her crazy eyes. They all have the crazy eyes because she's clutching her cat. Buckle up.
You're having a good day? You're having a good day. You think that your little guy with the big beer belly and the little dick energy and the mask, he really owned the libs today, right? Okay. Oh, good for you. Good for you. Let me tell you. No. You've just pissed us off even more. And as a white woman that looks like that poor woman that was shot, let me tell you, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop putting myself in front of Black and brown people to protect them. I'm not going to stop being empathetic. I'm not going to stop going to protest. You have just pissed me off more. Here's the thing. I'm not afraid of you. What I'm afraid of is my children and grandchildren living under fascism.
Okay. She doesn't care about all of the Somalis that are raping and pillaging their community. No. Her problem is white men. Now I'm going to show you the greatest and biggest white Karen. Here he is.
Our ask is to include the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension in this process because we in Minneapolis want a fair investigation. Is it deeply concerning that this administration from the very get-go is drawing the conclusion that they may ultimately come to? Of course it is. And if you got nothing to hide from, then don't hide from it. Include local experts in the process. We got nothing to hide from here. All we want in Minneapolis is justice and the truth. And speaking of the truth, let me give you another one.
Hey, you know what I hate more than white Karens are beta white males. This guy is a Karen. He probably is transitioning right now. Mayor Fry from Minneapolis. He wants to have the say on investigations. You can trust this guy? This guy's dancing around in Somalian garb, eating Somalian vomit. Whatever their food is, it looks like vomit, and he's eating, and he's like, oh, this tastes so good, and he's not swallowing it. We are at a juncture in America right now where I believe, in the depth of my soul, we are in a fight, a war for the soul of our nation. The demonization of the people that created this nation, white Americans, has got to stop. The people that know the truth have got to speak out. The Black Americans are beginning to speak out and saying this is wrong to be racist against whites. Hispanics are doing the same thing. America and Americans need to pull together. I'm not in any way saying that I have to reach across the aisle against these people, for these people. I'm not reaching across the aisle. There's no commonality between them and us. Not. There is no halfway. Where do I do it? Kill babies at 4.5 months instead of 9? Mutilate our children at, say, 10 instead of 5? Open the borders halfway? Allow transgender people to have intimate one-on-one time with our children 50% of the time instead of 100%? No, there's no way. There's nowhere to meet these people. Americans, real Americans, the side that loves America, needs to be ready because a war is coming. Those people, those vile, mentally ill people are already on the battlefield, and they're banging their drums, and they're waiting for us to join them. And if we don't, they're going to run us over. And they have been. Societally, culturally, religiously, our nation's fallen apart because we have remained silent in the face of insanity.